Welcome, adventurers, to an unboxing I am very excited about. Very excited about. I have been looking at this all day and wanting to do this recording, but I kind of looked like trash earlier today, but now I have showered and shaved and feel a little bit more like myself. Wife helped me cut my hair, so let's open this up. I am so excited for this. Still sealed. Have not opened it up. Here, you can tell. Still shrink wrapped. I do not own a shrink wrapping machine or a heat gun or any shrink wrap or anything like that. So this has not been opened and re-shrink wrapped. This is my first time opening this. This is the Dungeons & Dragons Art and Arcana, a visual history. It smells like new D&D books, as well it should. But I'm going to read this description to you, and we're going to dive right in. I'm so fucking excited. From one of the most iconic game brands in the world, this official Dungeons & Dragons Illustrated History provides an unprecedented look at the visual evolution of the brand, showing its continued influence on the worlds of pop culture and fantasy. Inside the book, you'll find more than 700 pieces of artwork from each edition of the core role-playing books, supplements, and adventures. The Forgotten Realms and Dragonlance novels, decades of Dragon and Dungeon magazines, and classic advertisements and merchandise, plus never-before-seen concept sketches, large format canvases, rare photographs, one-of-a-kind drafts, and more from the now famous designers and artists associated with Dungeons & Dragons. Additionally, this special edition package includes recreations of classic Dungeons & Dragons artwork ready for framing, as well as a pamphlet-sized, unpublished, original version of the game's most infamous adventure module and death trap, Tomb of Horrors, written by Dungeons & Dragons co-creator Gary Gygax himself. May he rest in peace. Dungeons & Dragons Art and Arcana, a Visual History, by Michael Whitwer, Kyle Newman, John Peterson, and Sam Whitwer. Here we go. I'm going to tilt the camera away from my stupid face, and we're going to look instead at Art and Arcana, and apparently my slippers. So, for your benefit, I will do this upside down. Wow. Where to start? So it appears over here we have a really big book. I love the mimic on the back. I know our lighting isn't the greatest. Let me move one of my lamps a little bit closer. See if that helps a bit. It seemed to. It's not quite Vanta black on here anymore. It's got that nice, like, it's not super glossy. It's got the matte paint to it. I'm not going to crack that just yet. I'm going to look at this other stuff. Because it's, I mean, it's a whole book. We're obviously not going to go through the whole thing. God, that's gorgeous. Okay. So over here on this side, we have a couple of plastic straps. I'm going to be, like, overly ginger with this. Probably. Like, people might laugh at me for how delicate I'm being. I'm not wearing gloves or anything quite that bad. Alright, so it comes in paper envelope. Is it wax paper? Vaguely see-through here. It might actually be like Archiville quality non-acidic wax paper or something. So I'm going to put that sticker right there. And we're just going to slide this gently out. See what we got to work with here. Set this right back down. We have here, as the very last line describes, the original 1975 tournament module, Tomb of Horrors, Gary Gygax, and illustrated by Tracy Lesh. I hope that's how it's pronounced. An Art and Arcana Special Edition Dungeon Appendix Materials by Alan Lucien. Here on the back, we've got this little skull. I'm not going to hold this close enough for you to read. I mean, I know you can pause it, and pretty high quality video, so if you want to, you can. But I'm not going to do all of it either, because that would be basically like pirating this thing. I wouldn't want to do that, but I do want to show off. I already love that. Without context is even better, right? This one's Jerry, the jumping barbarian, and this one is Lucy in the sky with clouds. She's a cloud bard. Just some examples of the things you'll find here. Yeah, the skull on the back. Graph paper drawings. Alright, too white. There we go. Very cool. Once again, just some of the cool stuff you can find just in the very first thing we're going to look at. Alright, so let's look at some prints here. Some art prints that'll be perfect for the Rambling Bard's room. I can't wait to go get some frames for these. Some originals. That does say on the back, cover painting for The Keep on the Borderlands, 1980, by Jim Rosloff. Alright, so we're just going to stack this kind of in the reverse order that we found. Ooh, this one's gorgeous too. Now this is still available. I'm not being, by the way, this is not a paid advertisement, okay? I don't want to mess with the camera again. This was a gift given to me by my producers. Cover painting for The World of Greyhawk, 1983, by Jeff Easley. Hello, favorite. Going up pretty much immediately. Look at that. Cover painting for Swords of Deceit, 1986, by Keith Parkinson. Keith, I love that you gave your liches color. Look at those kings and their color. They're not all just rotting corpses. Well done. Ooh, I like this one too. It's very classic painting here. Interior painting from 2nd edition Player's Handbook, 89, by Larry Elmore. Wow. I can't, this is perfect artwork for... I panicked because I thought this was like double-sided white. It's just big. Cover painting for The Forge of Fury, 2000, by Todd Lockwood. I know what this looks like. Yep. Oh, I love this art. D&D art is the reason I wanted to do art in the long run. I was inspired when I was younger by my older sister, who actually went to college for visual art. But like, the thing that got me to start drawing again once she left, and I wasn't just doing it to emulate somebody, was the art in the 3rd edition and 3.5 books. And I feel like you can kind of see that it's emulated. Oh, very nice. This is the cover painting for a Player's Handbook, 1978. And the artist is Dave Trampier. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Beautiful. This is some artwork I've wanted to have in my room, in my office, my studio for quite some time. Promotional painting for Dungeons & Dragons 30th Anniversary, 2004, by Todd Lockwood. So much detail. I'll let you pause it to look it all over. Oh, here we go. Very classic. Cover painting for The Fiend Folio, 1981, by Emmanuel. No other name, just Emmanuel. Is it an astral stalker, perhaps? I'm not sure. Ooh, a bigger one, I think. Exterior painting for the Dungeon Master's screen, 1979. Dave Trampier. Whoo, doggy, look at that. Barely even get it to get in frame. I can't. There we go. Let me get the glare. Awesome. I love this stuff. It's not, you know, is it the best art in the world? Is it the most anatomically correct? Is it done by a classical master? No, but it's sword and sorcery. It's Dungeons and Dragons. Interior painting from Storm King's Thunder by Chris Ron, 2016. It's one of the books I don't have yet. Ooh, it's a big one. Is there another fold? No, that's it. Okay, cool. Good shit. Fill up the screen. Yeah. That's cool, man. Talk about art. Oh, I can't wait to hang all that art. Okay, and now we get to look at the beast that is the book itself. All of these tracks are by Midnight Syndicate, by the way. This music that you've been listening to. So if you enjoy it, think it makes good background music, check them out on Spotify and YouTube, and links and stuff are down in the description below. Midnight Syndicate, they're great. A guy over there has given me explicit permission to use his music in some of my videos, and so I went with the Dungeons and Dragons official role-playing soundtrack. I picked a couple of tracks off of that. I figured those would be most fitting. As a matter of fact, I probably didn't even do that because I'm lazy. Coffee table book to end all coffee table books. That look familiar to some of you critters? Who needs to hang around? I've got Dungeons and Dragons. Mr. Joe? So much. So much. Oh. I'll never, ever see all of this, or get tired of seeing all of this. Filthy ass desk. Adventurers, thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing of Art and Arcana, a visual history. Dungeons and Dragons has been a very big part of my life since I was 12 years old. And it saved my life more than once. So, thank you to Matt for inviting me over for the very first time to play Dungeons and Dragons. Matt, aka Play with Gloom. Weren't for you, most of this content wouldn't even be happening. So, thanks for that invitation. And to all of everyone who's ever really worked on D&D, thank you. If you've worked on it, if you're in a public show like Dice Camera Action or Critical Role, like, I can't begin to tell you, and I don't think that I need to at this point, but I'm gonna anyway. I'm gonna try. I can't begin to tell you how much of an influence your work has had on our lives. I mean, look behind me. You know, I've got a sword over here. I've got a world map that I've been working on a world of mine for 15 years of my life now. Or no, sorry. Yeah, no, that's correct. About 15 years of my life now. Those are the Kingdoms of Furiandi and Greyhawk. I probably murdered that pronunciation, but whatever. It shaped who I am today. Many hours will be spent poring over these. And I can't wait, because once I get soundproofing and stuff going in here, all of this art, I'm going to frame it and I'm going to put it up. I'm thrilled. This is a wonderful, wonderful addition to my collection. And I cannot thank Sarah enough, and I cannot thank the creators enough. So, all I'll say is, may your rolls be high. Remember, adventurers, life's a series of choices between fear and love. Choose love. We'll see you next time, everybody.